Hey, Dre. Okay, that'll be fine.
So I can bring these to the school?
Yeah. Is the Virgo Jordan manipulating me? Hey, Niecy. Did y'all miss me? We've been sick at my house. Is the Virgo Jordan manipulating Dre? Is the Virgo Jordan manipulating Dre? Thank you, Niecy. It started out with pollen, and then I guess it gave us infection. It's terrible right now. Hey, Dan the man. Ace of Wands. Two of Pentacles reversed, Tower reversed. I would say yes if there's any sort of energy exchange where it's not balanced, Dre, because the Two of Pentacles reversed is here. So it feels like this person may come off like one way, but their words and actions might not match exactly. They come off like it sounds like it's balanced. It sounds like a good thing. But the Two of Pentacles reverse says their actions don't match up to that. So just be careful if that's the case. The Tower reverse. So it may take some strength on your part to get away from this connection, because it sounds good on the surface, but Two of Pentacles reverse. Something's not balanced. I missed you too, Dan. We actually got sick at my house. Emily got it, and then I ended up getting it. Hey, actions. All right, does Wayne love Niecy? Dan said we already had breakfast. Does Wayne love Niecy? Hey, Margaret. Yes, I will, actions. I'll answer your question, baby. You welcome, Dre. Does Wayne love Niecy? So you want to move, actions? Yes, Dan. I've been taking Goody powder, and I took some prednisone and some Mucinex. And Emily's been drinking a lot of Gatorade. I've been drinking this dang aloe water, you know me. But I have been drinking a lot. You welcome, actions. All right, Niecy. Seven of Swords. I don't like that card coming out for you asking if somebody loves you. That's the liar, cheater, stealer card. Ace of Cups. Seven of Pentacles reversed. So whatever love they've already shown you, that's about as good as you're going to get from this person, because the Ace of Cups is here, but the Seven of Swords is attached to it. So this is manipulation. This is lies. It can be anything that is an intention of something that ain't good, okay, with the Seven of Swords. So the Ace of Cups is here. There's an emotional interest they have in you, but there's deception attached to it. Hey, Mark, how are you, baby? Me and Emily and Gage got sick, so we just getting over it. I don't know what happened. It started out as allergies and pollen, and then it whooped our ass. So now I'm finally like a little bit better. Emily missed 2 days of school. So Niecy, I feel like that person's not for your best good, baby, the Seven of Swords. All right, I'm going to answer Action's question, y'all, because he said it was something important. So Actions, if you're still in here, post your question. Y'all hear how, like, crappy? I'm still ain't got my voice all the way back. I'm too big mouth for this. What was your question, Margaret? Sometimes the chat goes by fast. Hey, John. Thank you, Dan. I don't feel like it, though. All right. I have nowhere to go. Would Texas be a good option? Let's see. Would Texas be a good option for Actions? Would Texas be a good option for Actions? You know what? I always had my parents' house, you know, even when, you know, I had kids and everything. So I can't say I ever been where I had nowhere to go, but I have been where it felt like that. And one thing that'll happen when you're in that is your ego will start to overthink, and it will scare the crap out of you if you listen to it. But just remember, you're the observer of your ego. So the reason why your ego is probably freaking out if that happens is because it can't predict what it's never experienced before, okay? So therefore, it's trying to protect you and keep you in your comfort zone. But as long as you pray and you give it your best, it will work out. It's just your ego doesn't know how to plan for something it's never been through before. So it's going to trigger all these bad thoughts and feelings, and you're going to just spiral if you listen to it. But just don't listen to it. You might have came in my chat for me to tell you that. Don't listen to your ego. You're the observer of the ego, okay? So don't let it scare the shit out of you, basically. Four of Pentacles reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Good. I'm glad you got someone with you. Ten of Swords reversed. Justice card. Four of Swords. In the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, this is a good thing for you and your mom, okay? It's not going to feel good in the beginning because you have to basically have no expectation and no idea where it's going to lead. Four of Pentacles reversed, Three of Wands reversed. No idea, no expectation. It kind of looks like a blank slate. You're just having to jump into a whole new cycle. Ten of Swords reversed. But Spirit is saying if you do it, you're going to find a balance in your life. You're going to find, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect and easy, but I am saying you're going to find balance and peace. Four of Swords is about peace and a stillness within you that feels very like equilibrium and balance with the Justice card in the upright. And with time, if you just give it your best, take it one day at a time, the Queen of Pentacles is at the bottom. So this is about, you know, being very resourceful, using what you know to build you a whole new life. So yes, it is the best thing for you. It's just going to be scary to start with because you're going to have to just kind of let everything go and start fresh. It's exciting and scary at the same time, but if you just have faith and you take it one day at a time, you have some sort of skill or knowledge, like where you can find a job. So I feel like that'll be fine, even if you're in a new location. There's something you know how to do, or something that you can learn how to do with the Queen of Pentacles. She's very resourceful. So just don't lean into your fears. Just pray through your fears, and I feel like you'll be fine. The Justice card and the Queen of Pentacles. It's actually going to be a very peaceful thing. It might even improve the bond between you and your mother with the Queen of Pentacles here and the Justice card as you and this person go on this new journey. So good luck to you, actions. You're going to be fine. Hey, Ann. I'm glad y'all still love me even when I don't come on here ever like I'm supposed to. Y'all just come back and ignore my absence like I'm been here 2 days ago. I'm sending you a virtual hug, Ann. How's your wife doing, Dan? And how is your dad, Mark? Hey, Indigenous, you can just post your question, baby. I know it, Dan. Will I find good closure this year for my love life? What do you mean good closure, John? Do you mean like... I don't know what you mean, so I want to make sure I answer it right. Hugs, not drugs. Emily used to have this thing in her room, and it was chicken nuggets on this little tin that she hung on the wall, and it said nugs, not drugs. Alejandro, thank you. Let me check the PayPal. You can post your question unless you put it on PayPal. I think I have to look on this phone that I have y'all on, so let me look. I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet, Alejandro. You're very welcome. Unless it's because my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Maybe that's why it didn't pop up. Next surgery is mid-May for her gallbladder. Does she have to get it taken out? Mark said, was it an alien? Alejandro, I still don't see it. What is your name on PayPal? And I'll see if I can search it on there like that. Oh, don't be sad, John. You don't have to be sorry for your question. I just wasn't sure what you meant by your question. And Mark, I still don't see. Did you tell me how your dad's doing? Did he get to come home? She gave you a B plus, Dan? She gave you a B plus? She said it was okay. She keeps you in line. I know, Indigenous. All right, let me see if I can check it, Alejandro. 1 second. Anything? So why don't you just do a free yes or no? And if it does show up later after the live, I can email you and you can get like an email reading. It's like it's not popping up. Thank you, Indigenous. It's some old lady pajamas. It's the matching old lady pajama set. He ate pretty good and he's been getting rest. Good. Did they let him come home? I still love you too, Margaret. Any of y'all that I didn't do your question, you can post it. He might come home in a few days. I know it sucks to not get to go home. More than the readings, I come here to catch some of your joy and positive. Well, thank you, John. Margaret, if you want to post it again, I'll get you, baby. This chat on this phone just goes up so fast that I miss y'all's questions, I think. I sound like an old man when I talk. Lord help us all. I actually thought my voice was better, but now I get on here and I'm like, what the hell? I sound like an old ass man. Y'all are so funny. Oh, how's Miss Bikini? I hadn't seen her in quite a few days. Well, I take that back. I went into, what's his name? Goodman, that does the DJ stuff. And Miss Bikini and Dan was in there, but this was like Friday before I got off work. And I went in there for like 10 minutes. And I saw her for a minute. She's on a road trip. Okay. All right. Blissful Taboo. Is AM going to step up and be a better boyfriend if I go silent? Well, first of all, I'm just going to be honest with you, Taboo. So even if you don't mean it this way, energetically, that's manipulating that person, right? So even if you get the result you desire, it's not going to end well in the end. Even if you short-term get the result you desire, it'll be a temporary step up because it's for the reason of you getting a certain action is why you're going silent, right? So I'm going to answer the question, but just remember, it's going to be a short-term victory if it is true, because there's actually like a manipulation going on to get that outcome. It's not coming from inside his desire of his heart. He's doing it out of a trigger response from you going silent. Oh, really? She's only 30 minutes. Thank you, Mark. I'll do you next, Margaret. All right, Sweet Taboo. King of Cups reversed. 10 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of stepping up from this person. It feels like being with this person is causing more baggage than enjoyment. But the 10 of Wands is here. There's a lot of vibrational or emotional baggage, either on your side, his side, or the connection in general. And by default, he's being emotionally unavailable. So whatever you've been getting from him is like where you're going to be at in the near future. It may change temporarily when you do go silent out of a trigger response, even though it's not showing me that. I'm just telling you it might change, but it's only going to be temporary because they don't have that desire to fix why they're emotionally unavailable. So it's something within this person that causes them to be emotionally unavailable. All right. Margaret, will there be drama when I drop the paperwork off to TJ? They whack lately, Mark. And today's a full moon, I think. You're welcome, sweet Taboo. Or yesterday was a full moon. One of the two. Like somewhere recently. Will there be drama when Margaret drops the paperwork off to TJ? Will there be drama when Margaret drops the paperwork off to TJ? Well, ain't that cool that Miss Bikini's 30 minutes from Dan? Magician card. He said these people need Jesus. Next Sunday's Easter, I think. 9 of Cups reversed. Page of Swords reversed. 8 of Pentacles reversed. And the Devil. So I don't know if I would call it drama as much as I would call it pettiness from this person's side. So if you and them have had some sort of past rockiness, right, and then you have to drop this paperwork off, it feels like they could do or say something in an attempt to be petty and get under your skin. The Page of Swords reversed with the Devil card is a very immature energy, and it's very toxic. It's something they're not willing to look at within themselves or work on. So yeah, 9 of Cups reversed. They're also very emotionally codependent and empty on the inside. So basically the answer is there's going to be some pettiness. I don't know if I would call it full-on drama unless you feed into it. All right, if I reach out to my friend V, will it go well, says Green Ash. You been sick too, Ann? You been sick too, Ann? If I reach out to my friend V, will it go well? Whatever started this dang pollen, the pollen is terrible this year. I sound like some old person that just don't want to get over it, but I'm telling y'all, it's worse than it's been in years here. Got me all messed up. Two of Wands, green. What was your name? Green Ash. Justice reversed. Emperor reversed and the World reversed. It feels like if you do it in the near future, it might not go that well because it feels like something is imbalanced here with the Justice reversed, and it's just going to put you in a cycle with this person with the World reversed. In other words, if you and this person has ever had anything happen before now, that's going to come back up to the surface, and either you or this other person has some sort of self issue going on, and it's going to like cause like a bubble up of old stuff between you and them. So if you've never had a fuss with them, whatever's going on in their life is what's going to trigger it. If you have had disagreements with them in the past, then that's just going to bubble back up to the surface. So Spirit is saying take a pause and wait a minute before you try to reach out. With the Two of Wands, this is a pause sort of energy, and it came out first. So if you want the best possible outcome, you might want to take a pause before you reach out. I'm trying to read and catch up with y'all. You're welcome, Green Ash. Fire and pleasure. Hello, does JRM want me back? Miss me as their lover. I know I shouldn't be hitting this vape. I already know. What kind of vape is that? It's just a Juul pod vape. It don't have all that fruity stuff in it like some people smoke Skittles and shit. I can't deal with all that. You might join me, Mark. I never tried Pulse. I stick with my Jewel Virginia tobacco one. Some people like to smoke all them fruity ones, but I just can't do it. They be smoking their blueberry cupcake Skittle vape. You might need to hit the vape. Poor Mark. They've been messing with you double time. You might have what I had, Dan, if you're feeling achy. Because I had body aches and everything. All right, let me look back at this Fire and Pleasure. JRM. Does JRM want me back and miss me as their lover? Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, Three of Cups. Yes, they would like a reconciliation. But I don't feel like they're going to do it themselves because the Seven of Wands is here. This is somebody who's very defensive. They're guarded. I don't know if it hasn't been that long of a time period since you and this person haven't been together. But they see you as the Queen of Wands. So they definitely have like a draw towards you or an attraction. And the Three of Cups is about reconciliation or reuniting. But they're showing me the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So they could be very much in their ego, like having pride and not willing to bend and flex and let the side of them show that has desire for you. So they want it, but I don't know how much they're willing to bend to show you that. Man, Walmart always gives me the feeling of just like, ugh. He said, honestly, I'm convinced people's brains are different sizes. Like pea brain. That's why they came up with that saying, I guess. Will Ariel get the job at the post office if she applies? She said, my phone called you dad. At least it wasn't damn. They used to measure people's brain cavities back in the late 1800s. How the heck did they do that? Mark said, I'm okay as everyone else. All right, Ariel. First of all, Ariel, whatever comes out, you better apply for that job at the post office. That's a good job. Ten of Cups reversed. Tower in the upright. King of Wands and the Six of Wands. I don't know if you will get it immediately because the Ten of Cups reversed is here. But I feel like what I told you before anything came out, apply anyway. Because this is the card of yes and victory. King of Wands and the Six of Wands. But I feel like it's going to be once they like let someone go or someone quits or something like that. Then there could be an opening. And if you've already applied, you could fall into that spot to get the opportunity to come in and take a test or an interview. So ultimately, apply. I just don't know if you're going to immediately get called back. But however long your application can stay active, let's just pretend it's 30 days. Once that 30 days goes by, if you haven't heard from them, reapply, renew your application, and keep doing that. Because I feel like once someone quits or gets fired, you could be in that spot. But because the Six of Wands is always about something to celebrate or victory, but you got to do it. It could disappoint you in the beginning if they don't immediately call you, but don't let that deter you. Just keep reapplying. Hey, Starfall. Thank you, baby. It's the full moon, Mark. All right, Alejandro, does Kara have romantic feelings for me? You're welcome, Ariel. Does Kara have romantic feelings for Alejandro? Anne is back. Back again. Anne is back. If Miss Bikini's going on a road trip, she needs to stop at CVS so she can get the good aloe water. I should text her and remind her and be like, if you pass any CVS stores, they have aloe water. Thank you, Anne. Mercury goes direct in Aries pretty soon, I think. Oh, Lord. Everybody's going to be saying all kinds of stuff to each other. I got to read this question again. Does Kara have romantic feelings for Alejandro? The Fool reversed. The Nine of Wands. And the Hierophant in the upright with the Hangman reversed. This person isn't open to having romantic feelings for you right now. They are still covered in fear and being very guarded from a connection that went wrong before now. I don't feel like it has anything to do with you, but they're not ready to jump into anything. They're very guarded, and it was some sort of connection that went wrong before now. And they're too narrow-minded to even open up to the idea of the romantic feelings. They're emotionally unavailable. It's like they're not ready to have romantic feelings for you or anyone else. That's the way it feels to me. But it's because of something that went wrong before now. Anne said, will you adopt her? Y'all are hilarious. You're welcome, Alejandro. All right, the ones that I missed was, I know Indigenous, and there was one more. So if y'all are still in here, y'all can post them again. I be getting hot in here with y'all. All right, Starfall. Does IW like AA more than me? She always agrees with her and not me. Does IW like AA more than you? Anne gonna be calling Dan Daddy now. Does IW like AA more than Starfall? Five of Swords. Ew, I don't like that. Temperance reversed, Death reversed. It's not that this person likes either one of you very much, if I'm being honest. They're very imbalanced on the inside of them with the Temperance in the reverse. And the Five of Swords is here. They will like or dislike whoever it benefits in the moment. They're very opportunistic. They will cut their own nose off if it spites their face. They have some deep-seated anger within themselves, and they will do things that actually hurts their own self in the end sometimes. So if they're agreeing with the other person more than you, it's not that they like that person more. They're trying to get under your skin. They're trying to spite you for whatever reason. But there's not like a true liking of that person either. The Five of Swords is not a good person you want in your energy. If you have to be around this person because you have no choice, you got to learn to protect your energy. Whether that's anoint yourself with olive oil and say a prayer before you're around them. I'm serious. That has power. and you ask for protection, because it's not that they're going to physically hurt you. It's just they're going to get under your skin if you're not careful. The Five of Swords is not a fun person to interact with on a regular basis. Yes, Alejandro, let me look again, okay? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to look again to see if it went through on PayPal. 1 second. It hasn't went through, so if you'll put your email in the chat, I'll screenshot it. And as soon as the payment shows up, I'll email you for your question. I use olive oil, Starfall. And what I do is you get you a little vial of olive oil. Like, you go to the grocery store and you get the big bottle if you want. This is just what I do. I don't know what's correct. I just grew up around it. They always used it to anoint in the church and stuff. And I just feel like it's just a near and dear practice to my heart. So get you like a cute little vial bottle, it can look like a little perfume bottle, has like a screw top. You could probably order you some kind of little bottle off of Amazon, and you pour it out of that brand new bottle from the grocery store into that little bitty bottle. And that's your anointing oil. And you pray over it, and you ask God to bless that oil, that it'll bless who and whatever it touches, right? Then that's anointed oil. So you don't use that for cooking or nothing else. You just use it only for prayers. And then you just dab a little bit on your finger and you rub it on your forehead like that when you pray for yourself or anyone else. And that's what I've always done. And it's really good. Like, it feels like it works to me. Dan said he usually has to pay extra to be called daddy. You welcome, Starfall. Mark said, oh, good Lord. What do you mean he puts fire ants in the olive oil? Like, he rubs it on his joints or something? Never heard of that. Is Jarrett truly happy in his relationship, or is it a front? All right, let me cut on the air. I'm about to sweat to death. All right, let's see, Dale. Hey, Marky, have you ever heard of the olive oil thing where you pray over the olive oil? Is Jarrett truly happy in his relationship? Is Jarrett truly happy in his relationship, or is it a front? He said, nope. Is Jarrett truly happy in his relationship, or is it a front? Eight of Cups reversed. Seven of Cups in the upright. Queen of Wands reversed. King of Wands reversed. 10 of Wands reversed. So there's like a match here in the reverse, King and Queen of Wands. So both of these people are just kind of using this relationship as like an option until something better comes along. Seven of Cups. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. But if you're in that energy, whoever this is talking about, you're never going to find that successful connection. If you're in a connection just to have a placeholder till something better comes along, it's not going to be successful, and you're not going to find that something better. Because energetically, you're telling the universe, you have to have someone. You're emotionally codependent. So therefore, that's all you're going to attract, right? But it feels kind of like this is a mutual connection. So it's not like one person's doing the other one wrong. They're both doing it to each other. King and Queen of Wands in the reverse. And the Seven of Cups is like an option. This is an ex that keeps trying to come towards me when they are in a relationship. So see, they're not like the one that they're with. The other person is like someone that they just have a placeholder. And if they were able to, you know, go back to you, it's just a placeholder thing. They just have to have someone. So I would block this person and not talk to them at all if it was me. Because they're not going to leave this person they're with unless they feel like something else comes along. Like maybe if you were willing to give in, they might would leave this person. But then they'll be prowling again when they get you because they're in this Seven of Cups energy. So yeah, I wouldn't deal with that person. You bless yourself with holy water. Okay, Emily. You're welcome, Belle. Does Z feel sorry for what he did to me, says Dove. Does Z feel sorry for what he did to me, says Dove. Some people need a whole bath in holy water. Does Z feel sorry for what he did to Dove? Page of Wands. The Fool reversed. Empress in the upright. And the King of Swords. If they're sorry about anything, it's just more like sorry that it happened in a way where they look like they're in the wrong. There's not a true change of heart here. In fact, I feel like in the near future, they're going to do something to try and test the waters with you with the Page of Wands to see if there's room for you to allow them in and growth between the two of you with the Empress. The Fool reversed is here, so it's not going to be a full-fledged, you know, I'm sorry, I've changed my heart about this, I shouldn't have done that, I need to make it right. It's not like that. It's like Page of Wands, testing the waters, doing something to see if you will reciprocate. But they haven't had a change of heart, so if I was you, I would just keep it pushing. All right. New love. Will it be good working with Joanna again? Hey, perfectly imperfect. All right, new love. Will it be good working with Joanna again? You're welcome, Dove. Will it be good working with Joanna again? For new love. Four of Swords reversed. King of Swords in the upright. Chariot. Page of Pentacles. If you take a different approach to working with her again, it can be good for you. Because if you take a different approach, that means you've learned whatever lesson you need from working with her before now. So there's something you already know about this person. Take a different approach to how you handle that. Four of Swords reversed, King of Swords. If your growth, if you actually put it to work, the Chariot and the Page of Pentacles, it'll be fine. But there's a little bit of something you may know about this person. So if you handle that like you should, it'll be fine. But I don't really know what that means, but I hope you do, because it's something that you've already dealt with this person about, so you know what type of person they are. So handle that accordingly, and then you'll be okay. Thank you, Ann. I saw your thing come up on Cash App, so you can post your question. Oh my Lord, sound like an old man. You're welcome. Whatever comes out. Okay. Whatever comes out. This darn throat thing is something else. It's not even sore anymore. It's just like it won't get back to my normal voice. He said probably cards. Probably cards. Okay, whatever comes out. I'm psychic on Sunday, so I'm going to say that it's going to be cards coming out. I'm just kidding. Okay, what does Ann need to know right now? And Indigenous, if you hang around, I'll get your question, baby. Ann just donated on Cash App, so then I'll come back to you if you hang around for a minute. My whiskey tenor. It's all this dang pollen. All right, 3 more shuffles. What does Ann need to know right now? I hate that person's PayPal's not showing up. Does that happen to you, Mark? I told him if he would give me his email address, I would email him as soon as it shows up so he can get an email reading. I don't think it's ever not came up at all. Like, I thought it would say it was pending or something, but it didn't. Sometimes it does. Okay. Well, hopefully there'll be some way I can email him or message him or something. Okay, that makes more sense. That's what I should tell him to do. Just super chat. If he comes back in here, that's what I'll say. What does Ann need to know right now? I got my orange candle trying to get myself back in the gear. They say that orange is like, I don't know. I just don't like to come on here unless it is something that makes me happy so that I can be of help to y'all, you know. When I'm burnt out and tired, I don't want to come on here because I feel like I don't have my best to give. It's everywhere, Dan. The trees in my yard, I know they're green, but they have a yellow tint to them. They're so dang covered. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna just tell him, Mark, if he, because he came back in here twice and I still didn't see it. All right. What does Anne need to know right now? What does Anne need to know right now? Ten of Wands. Hold on, I think my son's here and he don't have a key. I'm gonna let him in I'll be right back. All right, Ten of Wands and the Tower reversed. Five of Wands reversed. Hey, Crimson, if you hang around, I'll get you, okay? Five of Pentacles. This is not good energy. This doesn't feel like your energy, Anne, but I could be wrong. Unless you're really down and you just haven't expressed that. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like to me this is a person either around you or someone that desperately wants to be around you. They're in a very much victim mentality. And the reason why I'm saying they are not around you and they want to be around you is because the Five of Pentacles is here with the Tower reversed. So if they are around you, they feel like it's not going the way they want it to. Well, she got hugged by a demon. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. I'm going to get under my bed with my blankie. Hell no. We ain't hugging no demon. Only reason why I'm saying I'm scared of a demon. The only reason why I know I'm protected from him is because I got the good Lord on my side. Y'all know that dude that done that video? Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell no. Them paint fumes is getting to her, he said. He didn't like it. He said it hurt. Two of Cups. Four of Wands reversed. This is probably a romantic connection, Anne, because the Two of Cups is here with the Four of Wands reversed. If it's not a romantic connection, then it could be family, right? Because we did a general, whatever you need to know. It's somebody outside of you. And they are very much in a victim mentality. They're very bogged down by it with the Ten of Wands. It's very heavy on them. They would like to reunite with you or something to change about the dynamic between you and them. But they feel like you've shut the door on them with the Four of Wands reversed. And they're feeling sorry for themselves about it because the Five of Pentacles is here. Y'all know how I always joke about the Five of Pentacles? It's like, you know, I had to eat ramen noodles for 43 days in a row. I got $2 till Friday and I need $5 worth of gas just to get to work. Poor me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that it's valid sometimes when people feel that way. I've been there. But I'm saying this person is like on a roll with it. Five of Wands reversed and Five of Pentacles. Seven of Swords reversed. They even could feel some sort of guilt about something that was said or done between the two of you. But the thing that I don't see about this person is them taking much physical action. There's no Pentacles here. There's a Five of Pentacles, but that's a victim card. I'm saying like there's no, you know, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, something to come towards you. They're feeling like guilt and remorse about something that was said or done. They feel like the opportunity or the door has been slammed shut. They want to renew it or revive the connection in some way, but they're just basically feeling sorry for themselves about it. Two of Wands reversed. Yes, they feel like you've made your mind up. Seven of Cups. Like you probably even have other options around you. So if it's family or friends, they feel like you've went to look on for new family and friends to be around. If it's romance, they feel like you've looked towards new romantic connections to be around. That the connection with them is not even anything that you would consider. Queen of Wands, and that you have multiple options around you and that you're going towards a new chapter. This is what they see you as, the Queen of Wands and the World energy. Like you're just going towards a new whole chapter and you have multiple opportunities in front of you. You're just going to have to pick one. That's the way they see it. Dan said, we'll work for ramen. I feel like this person feels like they're a victim of their circumstances. This person that's in your energy, or this person that wants to be with you or around you. And they see you as someone that has like the world at their fingertips, or multiple options that you could go towards. Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the World. But they think you've made your mind up about something and it's really got them off kilter. Hey, Fundamental. She said they wouldn't be wrong though. Well, I think the main thing you need to know is they're very weighed down by it. So it wouldn't surprise me. It may take some time, but they may make an attempt to come back in. But they're not in the mindset to come back in right now. They're kind of like feeling sorry for themselves and feeling like you just have all these options and they're just nothing at this point. That's just they're feeling like a victim to their circumstances. And so it may take some time, but just be mindful, maybe they might come back around. Here, I'll give you some oracle cards too. They close the door on themselves, really. Well, even if that's really what happened, they feel like they want the door to be back open, but you're not willing to open it. That's what it says, you know. Five of Pentacles, they feel left out in the cold. They feel like you've slammed the door shut. Four of Wands reversed, and then the Seven of Swords reversed. They feel guilt about it. They feel heaviness. They feel burdened. Ten of Wands. They would like a renewal or reconciliation with the Tower reversed. But again, they feel like you've made your mind up with the Two of Wands reversed. They feel like this was an opportunity for love with the Two of Cups. Like you had a mutual emotional connection here, but that the opportunity has gone, like it's passed them by. And they don't feel good about that at all. All right, this one says, today is the beginning of anything you want. Ain't that cute? I love these cards. They make me feel good. Today is the beginning of anything you want. That is true, y'all. What else? Everything that's ever happened formed the incredible being you are. This is like a prime example of energy transmutation, right? If we, everything that's ever happened formed the incredible being you are. So basically we take all the things that's happened to ourselves and we assign positive meanings to it because we wouldn't be where we are without it. And we find things to be grateful for in the moment. And that helps us assign a new meaning to past things that might not have felt that great. I hadn't seen Monty in a while, But she's one of my subscribers that tried the whole notebook method thing, and she swore by it too. Yes, and Miss Bikini sent me these too. They are sweet. Let me give you one more. They all positive, so. All right, this one says, take a walk to clear your mind, which I feel like you do that a lot. You always be taking walks. Because I be seeing your shorts on YouTube with the ducks. Take a walk to clear your mind. And at the bottom of the deck, it says, nurture yourself. It is essential to your well-being. Nurture yourself. It is essential to your well-being. So maybe the only reason this came out, Ann, is just to be mindful that once this person gets some time behind them, they're probably going to try to come back around because they are very bothered about something that they feel that the door is shut on. I'm sorry if that came out negative. I think we all do. Thank you, Ann. I hope that made sense. All right, Crimson says, hi, Marley. Will I get the job at the law office? Will Crimson get the... All right, good deal. Will Crimson get the job at the law office? You're very welcome. Thank you. Will Crimson get the job at the law office? Knight of Pentacles. Eight of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Wands. I would give it a 75 to 80% chance of yes. The Knight of Pentacles says that the timing could be off. What I mean by that is if you apply for it, it may be that you have to go through 2 interviews and then they break it down to 5 people and then they bring you all in and let you train to see who gets the job. But you have what it takes to make it happen with the Queen of Wands here. It's just the timing of you getting this job may not be exactly how you got it envisioned in your mind. So... Okay, Marky, I'm about to get off then. But yeah, I feel like you have 75 to 80% chance of yes. It's just going to be a little slower than you think. You're welcome, Crimson. All right, Indigenous. Will it be in our best interest to do this move to the Western state? Be in Indigenous' best interest to do the move to the Western state. Page of Swords reversed. Four of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Sun. Ultimately, yes, Indigenous, but the thing is, it's going to be very rocky to start with. It's going to be a big learning experience with the Page of Swords reversed. You may feel like you're strapped for money or finances in some sort of way with the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Four of Pentacles, but if you can just lean into the discomfort and grow with the experience, the Sun card is here to say yes, it will be very rewarding. You'll be proud of yourself once you make it, but it's going to be very rocky, and anytime you do something new and go somewhere new, that's to be expected. It is going to be very rocky. You're going to have to learn with it and just kind of go with it. You may feel like your money is kind of off, but ultimately, once you make it through that part, you'll be good. You're welcome. All right. Queen of Pentacles, I don't feel like I can pull that, but I'm going to feel like it's just not accurate because we're not asking about a specific person. And as many timelines as you could go down to find that person, how many possibilities could that be? And then your ex is someone outside of you. We don't know who he's going to even be having to feel insecure about. So I'm not trying to say I don't want to answer it. I just feel like it's too much in my brain to comprehend all that because the future partner is someone you don't know yet. So your ex could be 100 different response. Is he even going to know about it? Who is it going to be? You see what I mean? It's just more than my brain can wrap around for you. So I don't know if I can answer it. All right, Butterfly, is there going to be romance with JD? Okay, Crimson, was it on Cash App, baby? Is there going to be romance with JD? Okay, I'll get you in just a second. Thank you very much. All right, for Butterfly, is there going to be romance with JD? Page of Wands, there's definitely going to be flirting with JD. Page of Wands is here. The Fool reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So it's not impossible for this to turn into romance. It's definitely showing me like flirty energy, a childlike happiness. But either you or this other person could let fear get in the way of it turning into more. And that's because the Fool reversed is here. So the Page of Wands says the flirtiness, it may get kind of going, you know, but then somebody may have some fear around it and then they're going to hold back. All right, Kaiser, 1 second and I'll get you after Crimson, okay? Thank you very much. All right, Crimson, if you want to go ahead and post your question, and then Kaiser will be up. You're welcome, Butterfly. Queen of Pentacles, I'll pull for you real quick while they post their question. While Crimson posts. Will my ex feel insecure if I meet someone else? Will Queen of Pentacles ex feel insecure if she meets someone else? 7 of Wands and the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, they're not, I don't know if they're going to feel insecure, but they're going to feel very defensive about the topic of you being with anyone else. With the 7 of Wands, a very defensive energy. But their outer shell is going to come off as if they're happy and unbothered. So, all right, Crimson says, I decided to block the Aquarius and let him go because things weren't moving forward. Will he reach out or let go? You're welcome, Queen of Pentacles. And Kaiser, you do not have to tell me, but if you let me know, like, is Erica just a friend, or is Erica, do you have a past with them? Is it new? Is it an off and on? Are you actively dating? That kind of thing. Will the Aquarius reach out or let go? I'm swapping decks. It don't feel right. I don't know. I don't know why. Just go with it, right? Will the Aquarius reach out or let go? All right, for Crimson, the Aquarius. Will he reach out or let go? Three of Cups reversed. I got you, Kaiser. Thank you, baby. Seven of Cups. Two of Pentacles reversed. The Justice in the upright. The World and the Knight of Pentacles reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. I feel like they're going to let go. If they do reach out, it's not going to be anytime soon because they see it as you're the Queen of Swords reversed with the Three of Cups reversed. So they see it as something that even if they were to reach out, it wouldn't do them any good. That might not be true, but that's just their perspective, right? And they're in this Knight of Pentacles reversed energy still, okay? Which is like a bogged down energy. It's like you're staying in one spot and your wheel is spinning. You're not getting anywhere. They're still like that. Spirit is saying the balance thing for you to do was to cut this person off because of the instability, not the instability, but the stuckness of it with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Justice card in the World, the best thing for you was to actually let this go. So it didn't create any sort of bitterness within your energetic signature with the Queen of Swords reversed. I feel like their options are open if that's a possibility for this person, but I don't even know if it is a possibility. Like, I don't know if they have options available to them, but the desire for the options is there. So therefore, you did the right thing. Justice card in the World. That's time for you to level up, to connect with new sort of connections. So you're very welcome. Good luck to you, baby. All right, let's do Kaiser. She's a Pisces and Kaiser is a Scorpio. Pisces and Scorpio, huh? That's magical. How does Erica truly feel about Kaiser the Scorpio? Six shuffles. How does Erica truly feel about Kaiser the Scorpio? How does Erica truly feel about Kaiser the Scorpio? I'm going to just call you Kay because I feel like I'm saying your name wrong. Two more shuffles. How does Erica truly feel about Kay the Scorpio? How does Erica truly feel about Kay the Scorpio? Two of Wands reversed. First thing she feels is you are stubborn or hard-headed about something between you and them. How does Erica truly feel about Kay the Scorpio? Anne is back. Eight of Pentacles reversed. If you make your mind up about not wanting to work on something to do with this connection or in general, it's like you can't budge. Like this person feels like they can't get you to budge in that aspect. I don't know what that is, but I just show you. You got the Two of Wands reversed, which is about making a decision and sticking to it. And then you got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So this may not be true from your perspective, but from her perspective, she sees it as once you've made your mind up about not wanting to work towards a goal or work on something, especially between you and them, it's like she feels like she can't get you to budge. So even if you would budge, even if you would open your mind up about something, she doesn't think you will. How does Erica truly feel about Kay the Scorpio? An example of this could be if there's something you and her have disagreed about. It's like she doesn't feel like you're willing to open your mind up and see it from her point of view. Four of Pentacles reversed. The Lovers reversed. So very stoic on either her side or your side, and at the same time very intense in trying to manage that feeling. The Devil card. She feels like she just gets pulled back in with the Devil card here. It's like when it's good, and when it's bad, it's really bad. It's either really good or really bad. Whether you feel that way, I don't know, but she feels like there's things that have happened between you and her that have permanently damaged this connection with the Lovers reversed. But even though she feels that, she still feels drawn back in with the Devil card. And she feels also like you, won't see things from her perspective in some area of the connection. You're not willing to bend and flex and open your mind up about something that you may feel one way about and she feels differently. You're not willing to work on that thing. Nine of Cups. Again, when it's good, she feels like it can be great. Compatibility can be wonderful here. But whenever it's bad, whatever's happened in the off and onness of it, the Lovers reversed is here. Like there's been a permanent dent or damage in the connection that she's not quite sure how to fix. But she still gets pulled back in because of the compatibility between you and her, or what she perceives as compatibility with the Lovers reversed. And the Devil card. Page of Swords, Ten of Swords. It feels like really good and really bad all in the same connection. If that probably don't make any sense, but that's the way it feels. King of Swords reversed. She might feel like you hold a grudge towards her, and if it's not that, then she definitely holds a grudge about something that's been said or done towards you. There's like stuff that's been swept under the rug here that she don't know how to fix or clean up. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Ten of Wands reversed. Two of Swords reversed. And Five of Wands reversed. Honestly, I feel like during the year of 2025, unless something big changes in her mindset and your mindset simultaneously about the way you're willing to work on the connection or the way you're willing to approach it, how you and her forgive each other, I do feel like it's going to end, like really end, and it'll be painful because the Ten of Swords is here with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. It's like no more putting up the fight for it. No more fighting for it, because y'all are coming from a fighting for it kind of thing. And so it's like somebody here in the connection is going to get to the point where they don't have any energy left to put up a fight any longer. And at the same time, even though they don't have the energy left to fight for it, it's going to hurt them immensely to let it go because they feel the compatibility. So it's going to be a painful release. And I feel like it will happen in 2025. Unless, like I said, every reconciliation is possible if both people change their frequency, right? If they both change vibrations, both people have to come at it with a new frequency. So that's not likely, right? But yeah, I feel like 2025, it most likely will end between you and this person, even though she sees this big, like, compatibility thing. She feels drawn to you. The devil and the lover's reverse, but she feels like there's been some stuff already happened that was painful, a permanent dent in the connection. But either you or her is going to feel like, I have no more energy left to fight for it. 10 of Wands reversed. I'm giving up the fight. And simultaneously, that's going to be very painful for this person. So I hope that made sense, Kay. Here, I'm going to give you an advice card. What's the best advice for Kay? I missed y'all too. Hey, B. What's the best advice for Kay? What's the best advice for Kay? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Five of Wands in the upright. The World reversed. And the Four of Pentacles. There's something, okay, advice for you, Kay, on your end. There is something that you should stand your ground on, that y'all see things differently about. Spirit is saying for your highest and best good and the connection's highest and best good, you should stand in that same viewpoint as you already are. Not everything that you're right about, but there's something significant. You would know this. I have no idea what it is. But Four of Pentacles, you should stand your ground and not try to change the way you see that, okay? If you do want to try and make this work with the World reversed, if you do want to see if you can make it work, the best thing to do is get all that shit that's swept under the rug and bring it out to the surface. And you and this person try and come to a compromise on everything. See how that cauldron has stuff spilling out on it? Five of Wands ain't very fun. It could cause some conflict and y'all could say some things to each other. But the thing is, you got to get it all out and face it and try and compromise in some healthy way. That's on your end as advice. That's an attempt, right? But you can't force this person to change their mindset, viewpoint, or frequency. All you can do is work on yourself and bring all the shit to the surface with this person and see if you and them can come to some sort of compromise in the situation. That's about all you can do on your end, honestly, is try and bring it all up from under the rug and try and compromise in a healthy way about whatever it is that you and them are not seeing eye to eye about. And I'm going to give you 3 oracles too. Three oracles for Kay. What the heck? I told you y'all need to get everything out under the surface, right? And talk it through and compromise. This says good conversation is food for the soul. Now, what are the odds of that coming out? If you want to try and make it work, y'all have to bring it all up. Y'all can't hold it back. You can't just hold grudges about something that was said or done. You got to bring it all up, and it might be ugly, but at least it would be an attempt to save the connection, right? And then see how it goes from there. Good conversation is food for the soul. And this is 2 people here just talking and drinking their little coffee or whatever, because I feel like you and this person are very compatible in some way. Like y'all are a very good match. The potential is through the roof, in other words. If y'all could just get on the same page. Oh, that's the title card. So 2 more for K. Escape the ordinary. So you and this person may have to change your frequency in order to make it last and make it work. Not in the same frequency you were in while you were off and on. To make something go from off and on to on is going to require 2 new versions of you and this person. The ordinary frequency you've been on ain't going to work. Both people are going to have to change their frequency. Get out of your shell and explore life. This is, again, about evolution and changing your frequency, so that you and this person can get onto a timeline where you are successful. So that's why I say it's most likely going to end sometime in 2025. Not that it's not capable to work out, but it's going to take both people changing their frequency in order to do that. And a lot of times one person in the connection will be willing, but the other one won't. So then you gotta hurdle there, right? So it's possible, it's just not probable unless both people are willing. But on your end, you can bring up the conversation, get everything out in the open, and at least attempt to come to some sort of compromise, you know. All right, Kay, I hope that made sense. Y'all, I'm going to go because Marky said he's going live, and plus my voice is like sounding like an old man, so. I'm trying to read and catch up with y'all. Dan, I should have been doing that too instead of hugging a demon. Oh, shit. You welcome. All right. Thank y'all for coming in. And hopefully I'll see y'all again sometime this week. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a good Monday. I'm about to go listen to Marky with my blankie. All right. I love y'all too. I love you too, Ann. All right. Good night. I see y'all later. I'm not going to tell y'all what day because then I might not be telling the truth. So hopefully one day this week I'll be back. You too, Ann. Thank you, baby. All right. See you at Mark's, Dan. Bye.